AutoLine Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone, your journey, our passion, and by Dow Automotive Systems, improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of AutoLine Daily. I'm Sean McElroy, filling in for John today while he's out of the office. In the second half of the show, we'll take a look at the upgrades for the new Hyundai Equus, but first, today's top stories. And in a stunning development, Don Butler, the head of Cadillac's global strategy, has resigned. He leaves just 4 months after accepting the newly created position. Before that, he was head of marketing for Cadillac. GM hasn't named a replacement yet. And speaking of General Motors, it's shutting down Opel in Australia just a year after it started selling the brand in the country. The company says it couldn't compete in the small car segment in regards to pricing. Since going on sale last August, Opel has only sold a little over 1,500 cars in Australia. Ford sales in China continue to scream forward. Last month, the company sold just under 73,000 vehicles in the country, which is an impressive increase of 71% compared to last year. And through the first half of the year, sales are up 50% to over 480,000 units. Last week, we showed you the all-new Infiniti Q50, which will replace the G37. Eventually, the company just announced that it will continue to sell the G37 in the US until mid-2015, alongside the Q50, which is arriving on dealer lots this week. Base pricing for the Q50 starts just under $37,000, while the G37's starting price has been dropped about $4,000 below that. After Nissan dropped the price of the Leaf and Ford did the same with the Focus EV, it was only a matter of time before Chevrolet followed suit. The company announced it's dropping the price of the 2014 Volt by $5,000, which brings the base price down to just under $35,000, including destination charges, but not tax credits. But as the price of the Volt is going down, the Tesla Model S is going up. The increase is due to new features like valet parking mode, a better navigation system, and new package options. Despite the upgrades, customers are voicing their displeasure because of a lack of grace period for people who wanted the old version and prices. The new features have increased the price of the car about 8 to 9%. Even though new car sales continue to grow in the US, the average age of vehicles on roads keeps increasing. According to a new study from Polk, the average age of cars and trucks is 11.4 years, up from 11.2 last year. That's the oldest they've been since Polk began tracking vehicle age in 1995. Two factors are contributing to older vehicles. They are now more reliable than in the past, and the recession caused drivers to hang onto the vehicles longer. Coming up next, a look at what's new for the 2014 Hyundai Equus.
Dow Automotive Systems, driving solutions in automotive, commercial transportation, and aftermarket with innovative products like Betamate structural adhesives. Lighter, stronger, safer. dowbetamate.com.
A lot of Americans recognize Hyundai from its popular Sonata, Elantra, and Santa Fe models, stylish and affordable cars. But fewer know the Korean brand is even in the luxury business. Now, maybe that's because the Equus brand is so young, or that only about half of the more than 800 US dealers carry the premium model. Either way, Hyundai believes the mid-cycle refresh it's giving the car will only make a surprise sales story that much better.
You know, with Equus, actually, we're actually quite happy with our sales performance to date. So last year, in 2012 calendar year, we sold just a tick under 4,000 units, and what that represented was actually an over 7.1% retail market share of that segment. And that actually is higher than Hyundai market share of the overall industry. So it shows that we're actually outperforming in a key luxury segment. So we're actually quite happy with the performance. Initially, we were thinking maybe we'd sell about 2,000 units and it would just be a great kind of halo vehicle for our brand, but it's actually made a pretty good impact on the premium luxury world, and we're quite happy with what we're doing so far. from a safety standpoint, standardizing blind spot detection, it's a highly desired feature amongst actually all luxury customers, and we're the first vehicle to make this feature standard in the premium luxury segment. And as I mentioned, we added stop and go capability in our smart cruise control system. So now you're able to actually follow somebody in traffic and the car will actually come to a complete stop for you without your intervention. We've also improved the IP display, so we have a larger 7-inch LCD color display, so better visibility, easier to read, easier to use. And when you talk about our Ultimate model, we've applied heads-up display. And what we did, which was really unique, is we added our blind spot detection warning in the heads-up display. So that's actually a world's first. In addition to that, on our Ultimate model, we have the multi-view camera system, so really useful. Provides a 360-degree overhead view around the car. So whether you're in a tight parking situation or low-speed maneuvering, it really adds a level of confidence.
The 2014 Equus sedan comes in 2 different trim levels. The base signature model is $61,000, while the upgraded Ultimate package is $7,000 more. Both models are in dealerships now. And that wraps up today's show. Thanks for watching and have a great day.